But Elfie does fall back. I would have liked to see Elfie, just instead of running away, he easily could have, walked up here and done a lot of damage to these buildings, because siege tanks are very immobile, guys. You have to unsiege them and move them forward, and as soon as he unsieges them, he's definitely, going to get killed. But anyways, charge is getting researched, and we have a High Templar, or Temple of Archives, on the way as well. +2 ground weapon is being researched. We have nothing being researched for Elfie yet. Elfie is taking his third. It just now finished. Seeing a probe transfer right now. And then here comes the push. Now we have a huge amount of Vikings here. Elfie going to be losing a Colossus, picking off a couple Vikings with that blink, but not enough. And come tab shows, 62 versus 58. Strelok's doing an excellent job of keeping up. Now here comes the Hellions. This is what's to be fair about Strelok. His Hellion plays so well. But you saw that extremely good blink right there, cutting off those Hellions. One left. Going to pick off 2 more probes before it dies. Now we do have a cannon this line, but we have more up in the main base, picking off a lot more of these probes. Look at how many are dying here. Now, again, what I said in a previous video, most people will click, like it happens whenever I use Blue Flame Hellions to anybody. And I'm in Master Leagues. Everyone double clicks their probes or drag sleps them all, and then just right clicks away, gets them away from there. That is not how you want to react to Blue Flame Hellions. Notice how calm Elfie was about these Hellions in his base. He didn't overreact. He just let the Hellions sit there, because when you run them away, you get a perfect lineup. I have literally one-shot 50 probes in one lineup with my Blue Flame Hellions. You just leave them here, and you can get 2 to 3 per blast with the way they mind running back and forth. So you don't want to overreact. This is a perfect job from Elfie. Now we do have High Templar here. They do have Psionic Storm. We are getting the Kender and Amulet for the extra energy. This is a pretty insane force from Elfie. Or Strelok. Lots of Vikings here. These Colossus are going to get killed so fast, especially since there's only 2 of them. And so many Blue Flame Hellions. I know Blue Flame Hellions aren't the best thing to handle Stalkers, but a huge amount like this is definitely going to be strong. Now, we are getting +3 weapons for Strelok. We have only +1 weapon for Elfie. He's getting +1 armor right now, but this +3 weapons is going to do a lot here. Turrets going down in certain positions here. I'm just going to stop any observer or the Colossus from, doing a little poke to get to the back of the siege tanks, because unfortunately turrets hit Colossus, losing that Stalker in glorious fashion. Now here comes the Hellion push, but Elfie doing a great job with his cannons. We have some at every mineral line now, it looks like. No, not the main, but it's going to be a little bit harder for him to get in the main. Now, good call from Elfie. He's saying, okay, you're going to do this, I'm going to attack your main. Now, how is it going to react for Strelok? No, he doesn't look like he's wanting to base trade. It looks like he's wanting to go on a flank on the army. Now, Strelok is going to be losing this command center. Food counts 150. No, we're doing a base trade. 176 versus 158 food. Here comes the push. We do have some static defense here in Strelok's main. We got some siege tanks doing some damage, but it's not going to be enough to stop this force. Over here, we just have Strelok's force not even sieging up, just walking into this base. Literally, there's nothing that's going to be able to stop this at all. And we're just going to see a good old base trade. In comes 137 to 133. And it's really going to be interesting to see how this battle turns out. Base is being torn apart. Hopefully +3 weapon finishes for him. But it's still got over 50 seconds. There's no way that's going to finish. Now, we do have a command center being built here for Strelok. He does have some SCVs left. But right now, it looks like Elfie's winning this base trade because he still has this expansion over here. Looking fine and dandy. Would have been nice to see Strelok lift off some buildings. Instead of just throwing it all away, fly these factories over here, keep them in the air for now, and then while he turtles up over here, then he can just randomly bring them back. It doesn't mean he has to land them immediately, but he can get them away, and nothing's going to stop that. So it could have been a possible blunder on Strelok's part here. Definitely should have lifted off those factories immediately. He wasn't building from them, and he could have used them later, especially when he's still got a chance to stay in the game. 88 food versus 104. Elfie in the lead here. Income tab shows 14 harvesters for Elfi, 6 for Strelok, and this is not looking good for him. This force is definitely not threatening towards this amount of stalkers, especially when Elfi is re-expanding. And we have so many High Templar, all full energy, so we have a smorgasbord of High Templar using their storms here, and still 3 Colossus, and a lot of charge lots. So unless we can see some quick moving here from Strelok, it's not going to be good for him. I'm curious as to whether he's going to put a planetary fortress down on this, or a orbital command. Looks like he's just going to get the orbital once this barracks finishes. Now we're going to do a little bit of time stewing here. We have a starport here. We have Elfi just moving around with his turrets, picking off things. Now we're going to speed it up, see what goes down. We're going to keep an eye on the map, picking off more turrets, blinking around, just taking full control of the map here. Now we're going to see Strelok do some good damage with this, but his whole force is in this base right now. We need to be very careful. Picking up a lot of probes there. That was all the probes from the expansion coming in right there. Getting that last probe there. Income tab shows 8 harvesters to 5, so killed 7 harvesters in that attack. Great job from Strelok. Never stops that Hellion harassment. Now, we have a huge force here. Huge force from Elfi. Now, I personally would have been flying around with my Vikings at this point. You saw the Stalkers were split from the army, picking off turrets. This would have been a perfect time to avoid the High Templar, because the High Templar storm will destroy your Vikings. But it's a good time to snag a couple of these Colossus, because this is what would be scaring me right now. This Colossus and the High Templar. Now it looks like we're going to be seeing what I would think would be the final engagement here. Charge lots, Stalkers, Colossus, Blink Stalkers. So here comes the push. All of his, stuff wasn't sieged up, and the Blink Stalkers are picking off all these siege tanks. High Templar just storming all over the place. Archon's warping in now. And I don't see, is Strelok just going to be a jerk about it? There's really nothing he can do at this point. This is game over for Strelok. He needs to just GG out. It looks like, wow, he's not being bad-mannered. He is relying everything on these Cloaked Banshees. We have nothing into this base, guys. We have no Robo. We can win this game with Cloaked Banshees. Archon's coming over here. And we only have one Banshee with Cloak, guys. He didn't build a second one. He couldn't afford it. So everything lies on this Banshee's hands. The Cloak's out. He's doing his damage. He's trying to kill as many probes as possible. If he can kill all probes and stop all income, Strelok can win this game if he just runs away when his Cloak's taking damage. If he can kill this Nexus, this would be an amazing play from Strelok. But the energy is just being depleted so quickly. One Blue Flame Hellion doing some damage. That one has 10 kills. Amazing. There's no way he's going to be able to break this before his Cloak's down. We have 4 Blink Stalkers here, and Elfi's just waiting for that. So right now it's just down to who can win. Who's got the better micro? Now, Strelok sees he's almost out of energy here, but the shield's going to regen before he's got enough for Cloak again. He should have gone for the Stalkers, in my opinion. If he could have chased down the Stalkers, done some damage, hit it out, picked them off again, it could have been game for. He could have done some damage, but really, it's one Banshee, and we have this many Stalkers. It's not looking good for Strelok. If he could have gotten a second Banshee, that would have been amazing. If he had 2 Banshees, I think he could have won this. But at this point, we're just going to ×2 it and just see what goes on. 1 Hellion left. And right now, it's just a turtle off, which I think is ridiculous. Strelok waiting for Cloak. He's going to get as much energy as possible. Losing that Hellion. Taking some damage. But at this point, there's no way Strelok's going to win. GG. He GG'd out. He could have won that if he played it like really weird, but I doubt it. So good GG from there. So make sure you watch all 3 games. The best 3 is going to be on my channel. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm Zoya. I'll see you guys next time.